This is lesson number 8, fluoridation in the public drinking water supply. Should the U.S. government fluoridate the public drinking water supply? Have you ever read back to the toothpaste bottle and seen harmful if swallowed, contact poison control immediately? This is due to the fluoride content in the toothpaste, which can be fatal if ingested. Why then does the government put the same chemicals into our drinking supply? An alarming 70% of our drinking supply in the United States is fluoridated. This equals approximately 185 million people who are consuming fluoride in the public drinking water supplies and do not realize it. They are not consenting to it. This is according to Conant. The practice of fluoridation began after World War II with claims that ingesting fluoride would help increase the dental health of Americans. There is little to no information to show that this is true, and the harmful effects of fluoride, in my opinion, outweigh any potential benefits. Studies have shown that fluoride is toxic and causes brain damage, reproductive harm, and lowers IQ. What's worse is that there is little information to show that ingesting fluoride actually has any benefit for dental health. We need to stop the practice of water fluoridation in this country to protect our citizens' health. For those of you who don't know what water fluoridation is, it is the practice of adding industrial-grade fluoride chemicals to the water for the purpose of preventing tooth decay. Advocates of fluoride will claim that it is not harmful to ingest. However, this is simply untrue. Fluoride is a toxic substance. Conant states both children and adults have died from excess exposure. There have been numerous studies proving that fluoride is a toxin and extremely harmful to humans. In 2012, Harvard University researchers conducted an analysis of over 27 studies on the effects of fluoride in human health over the course of 22 years. The results were astonishing, pointing to the correlation between exposure to fluoride in our drinking water and decreased IQ in children. The study looked at 2 towns, one with fluoride, one without. Mercola stated 28% of the children in the low fluoride area scoring as bright, normal, or higher intelligence, compared to only 8% in the high fluoride. Mercola even goes on to state, this is more disturbing, that the percentage of children with mental retardation in the fluoride population was 15% compared to 6% in the non-fluoride. This is an alarming difference because there are other variables taken into consideration during the study: lead exposure, iron deficiency, and head injuries. Equally as disturbing is another study that showed that fluoride has adverse effects on the human reproductive system. A 2013 study published in the journal Archives of Toxicology found that there was a correlation between fluoride consumption and infertility in rats. Knoll goes on to state, this is the latest study in more than 60 scientific studies of animals that have identified the association between male infertility and fluoride exposure. These are just some of the many studies that have proven the detrimental effects to human health. When medications are going through critical trials to be approved for human consumption and are tested on lab rats to see the potential effects on humans, why, if rats are so negatively affected by fluoride, is the fluoride given to humans in the drinking water supply? These are things we need to think about and question instead of blindly accepting what we are told.